Hello, Patricia Shanks here, Patricia Shanks Voice Studio. And I'm going to jump right into what I want to talk about because, for one thing, I can't stand all those videos that tease and never say what they need to say, even sometimes never, ever even get to it toward the end of the video. I am concerned about what I perceive to be the lack of nuance in training these days, the lack of nuance and subtlety in training, in voice training. I see a lot of, especially because we're getting so much into the science of voice, it's become too mechanical, too, this is the way you do it, absolutely. There's no room for fluctuation, no room for experimenting or trying something that might be slightly different and might work better for an individual. Anyway, there's one thing that I've been seeing videos on, and it's good information. The videos that I've been watching are actually quite good. But because it's not real people dealing with real people, it's difficult to make it correct in practice, I believe. So the one that I've been looking at lately, I said I'd get right to this, so I will now, has to do with dropping the jaw. Now, when I first learned dropping the jaw, I learned it incorrectly, and I was taught that I should do this and I'm going to pull back here, do this to drop the jaw. Now, for one thing, that's not dropping, that's pulling it down, and that's not releasing or relaxing it at all. But what it actually should be is dropping the jaw in the back and really letting it go. I say as if it were dangling on two rubber bands. You could hit a road bump and it might bounce because you don't want it held tight, but it needs to be dropped from the back, right here in this little sort of L-shaped area, to be non-scientific about it. Okay, so you let the jaw drop here. And when you drop it there, not only that, but when it's really dropped from there, it actually feels like the chin sits back a little bit, the jaw releases and recesses backwards a bit. And it feels great when you really release it. Now, people will say, but you have to open your mouth for high notes. And well, for some purposes, you do need to open your mouth and make space. Okay, so if you drop from here and let it fall, and then you need a little bit more, you can drop further. And by the way, think of making space, not as making space from the middle of your mouth down. It's not that, but when you need space, think of making space from the top, okay? So, and you can just see in that drop that I just did how the chin seems like it goes back a bit, okay? That's dropping the jaw, so beware of pulling down. I can just feel all that working, instead of releasing that jaw and just letting it go. You can see when someone does it, usually it's a very, I call it the look of well-being comes over them. It's just so relaxing. Maybe it looks a little goofy, I don't know, but it's very relaxing to let that jaw go. So anyway, that is my little hint. Do watch all those wonderful videos. I've seen some great ones that are animated lately. And there's a lot of good information coming out. Take it all in, use it, see how it works for you. But I do encourage people to find a good teacher or coach, preferably a teacher if you're just starting out and not coaching material so much, and learn how to really handle some of these things in a very subtle and nuanced manner. So it's what I'm looking for is the nuance in training, the subtlety in training, and in learning, not so much in performance of material, although that's a whole other issue, is how you add subtlety and nuance to your performance. Okay, thanks for listening.